Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. I'm Riser, and today in Lightyear Frontier we're going to be building a two-story house. So let's get into it. So I've started off with our foundation. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 by 5. Once you've got that, I am using concrete foundations. If you don't have concrete, then just use the stone foundations. And then on top of the stone foundations, you want to stick your floor. And the first row here is our veranda outside our house, and then the rest of it is our actual interior house. So I've got the brick half walls going all the way around, and my first lot of beam half studs vertical. I've got one here, yeah. The second one in the corner, and then two, and we want two more beams there. And then on the back steps here, I'm using the small concrete foundation. Got two of those with small steps, and then also concrete half walls around the side. And then we've got another beam there, two beams here for approximately where we're going to have our fireplace. We can always adjust that. And then the two beams here. And just to finish off our entrance, we're going to put steps in like this. These clip in, makes it look really nice. So that's your first step that you want to go. Alright, we're going to focus on the veranda part first. So we're going to go to our beams, and we're going to go to our long ones, and we're going to go here.
That'll be useful.
Yeah. And then yeah. Now on these corner ones here, we're going to go 1, and on the rest of them, we're going to go 2.
Now this should make things easier.
And once you got that, we're going to get our beam horizontal, and we're going to go around. Basically, we're going to connect everything in here. Little
We can
fancy
make good use
design,
of
nothing
this.
too fancy, but we're going to snap that in there like that. Just get a little bit of detail on the front of the house. And then you can put your beams through. Just
That'll be
like
useful.
that. Alright, now we just basically want to fill out the exterior wall here, and then finish off our veranda. So whatever you choose, we can go window, and then big window. And then
Now this should make things easier.
door frame. Obviously you can choose whatever you wish to put on the outside. More windows, the merrier. This is going to be the kitchen area for me, so I might just leave that with a blank wall there. Then you can come around this side, and we're going to go to our railings.
We can make good use of this.
Oop. like that. If you want to put these in between the two, you can. Give it a little bit more
That'll be useful.
flair. If you don't, it's all good. And then you can put like a table and chairs in there, and whatever else you want to have out here. But let's go stick our windows in. And our door. That, and then last step for this one is you want to go to your walls here, not your 2x2s, but just your wall, and just go all the way across, just like that.
Now this should make things easier.
Alright, let's work on this side of the house now. I have moved one of the beams, small beam. It was here, I've just moved it over to there to get the measurements recorrected. So from here, guys, you want to go 2 beams,
We can make
then
good
you're
use
going
of
to go the
this.
next size down, and you're going to go 1, and then you're going to go the next size down, and you're going to go 1 more. And then on the back corner of the house, you're just going to go 2. These are your highest points, so you're basically going to go attach that to that, and this to this. So to do that, we just need to fill in this side of the house with whatever you wish. Now, this between these two here is where we're going to have our fireplace. So what I like to do is just do the illusion
That'll be
that is
useful.
a stone chimney here. And from here, you can pretty much choose whatever you want to do. If you want to add more windows, because make the house look a little bit lively, then you can do that. We'll do one here and one here. Now the angles are going to be slightly different on these sides here, so just bear with me, and we'll fill this all in, and I'll show you the angles that we want to keep.
That'll be
Sure that-
useful.
That one there might be wrong, so let's just work our way out here. So we put our beams in. So it's 2 45s and a 26 from this point there. 1, 2. Let's go 26 at the top, and then it should be able to then connect it. And then you just need to fill this
That'll be
in
useful.
with your walls. So the small one up here, and then another one in there, there, and there's that there, and then our window. Like I say, it's purely up to you
Now
how you
this
do it.
should make things
Right, from this
easier.
point here to this point here is 326 angles. So let's go up. See if I can get the measurement here right. So if I do a 26 off that point,
That'll be useful.
and then we can fill this in accordingly. That's a 26, that's a 45-degree angle. What am I doing? 1, 2, 3, and then you just want to go to your here. Oh, you can put a. There we go. There. And then you
That'll
can
be
just
useful.
come all the way down. And there we have our finished wall on this side. Alright, for this side of the wall, guys, it's a little bit more simpler. We don't have to worry about the chimney there. So our beams are going to be, so we've got 1 tile, 2 tile, and then we've got our beam there. So to to get to the very top, it's 2,
That'll be useful.
1, 1. And then you want to go to your beam horizontal and just go 1 across like that. Vertical beams, wrong size. 1, 2. And then we've just got to go fill it all in with windows and walls, whatever you wish. I'm gonna go medium windows.
That'll be useful.
You can obviously do whatever you wish. And you get to here, our beams are going to go across. So our beams should touch now. So it's go to our 45. See if we can get it to snap onto the right point. Just to play the game. There we go. 45. Then go 26 from this point. And then F45, these guys should touch and stay supported like this. And then it's 3 26s from here. So just go 1, 2, 3, and then
We can
touch.
make good use of this.
And you can basically fill this in. The floor level is there. So that gives you an indication of where floor is. So if you're next story with your windows, so if you want to add windows here, just stick down 1 layer,
Now this should make things easier.
work your way up, and you can do it that way. So if we go windows, we can go window, window, and then go to your triangles and just 1, 2, 26, fill in the gaps. So we need one of those, one of those,
That'll be useful.
2 of these. This side here, I've got a room coming off here, so we'll say you want to do that too. So we'll just go wall, wall, doorway, wall, 26s. 1, 2, 3, fill in the gaps. 1, 2, done. Alright, so our next step, we're gonna go steps, then we'll put the floor down, and then we'll put the back wall on. I think that's the best thing. So you want to go stairs, not the stairs halves, but the full stairs. And we're going to go, so we've got corner tile, second tile, and we're going to go there. Then we want 1 by 1. We want to snap it there to the edge. And then we go back to our stairs. We're going to snap to this side, and we're going to snap to this side.
Now this should make things easier.
There. And if I'm correct with my measurements, we should be able to. Once you've got this, then it's just a matter of filling in
We
the
can
rest
make
of
good use of
the
this.
floor.
Now this should make things easier.
Should basically look like this. Actually, you know what? Let's take these out and then just put railing all the way around. Like that. And then to clean up down here to make it look all nice, you want to go to your triangles. And if it's going to be good, one there, one there, and go
Now
to
this
your
should make things
walls,
easier.
and you're going to go one there, and there, yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, if you wanted to have a little cubby hole down here and put something in it, you can, because you've basically got your under your stairs. But if you just want to block it off, you can. One more there, and then back to your back to your triangles, corners 45s. To go to railings. Now how did I do it? Start at the top and then do the bottom ones. Oh, oh, yep. One, oh, there we go.
Now this should make things easier.
We've got our steps to our second story, and there's our window that we did before. Looking pretty good so far, guys. Alright, for our next step in this awesome build, we're going to get our horizontal beams. We're just going to go all the way along here, this, and then in this gap here we are going to go steps, and then 45 triangles, and then you can go railings or 45 beams. I'm just going to go 45 beams. Then you come up your stairs, and we want to have a 2x2 floor, and we are going one beam each corner. And then beam, beam.
We can make good use of this.
And this corner here is going to align, so you bring this in. You want that section there to line up like that, and same again, so it's two beams, and then angling it, and then we're going to take it down to this point here, just like that.
We can make good use of this.
And then go across, and then we want our 45 triangles. And 1, 2,
Now this should make things easier.
got that structure there. And then from there we want to go windows. 3 windows. 1, 2, 3. And here we want to have a vertical inverted. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2. Wrong size. Yeah, there. And this is going to give us our slant for our roof. Alright, coming around the front of the house, guys, we're going to do some roofing, and hopefully we don't have too many issues with me. So, coming around the front here.
Now this should make things easier.
Sorry, I got the wrong. No, we did get it right. This is the angle. And fill that in with your roof, and then you want your 45 degrees, and you want to snap it to there, and then to there, like that. Putting the roofing on like this just gives us the opportunity
We can make
to
good use of this.
hop out of our mech and get a bit closer, because some of these snapping points can be a bit fiddly. So we can boost up here, land here if he's going to behave himself.
Time for some manual
And
labor.
then we want 45s, sorry, 26s. And then you want to go to inner, and we want to snap these there, and there.
Now this should make things easier.
And we can just fill in the rest. That's looking great. And then you just want to go to your flat roof and go
We
all
can
the
make
way
good use of this.
along. If you're going to do a chimney, you can probably go in like this.
Now this should make things easier.
Like that. I've got the tiles facing the wrong way, but I don't think it's going to matter too much.
We can make good use of this.
A little bit of tension going on there. We need one more of these just to stick in there like that.
That'll be useful.
Done. Oh, I got a couple more missing tiles just here.
We can make good use of this.
Alright, let's make a start on the back of the house. So let's go to our 4 beams here, and we're just going to put these in. I'm going to go to 2, And then if we want to have an outdoor balcony, which I quite like, let's go for a 2x2 floor. And we're just gonna
We can make good use of this.
come across here. You can obviously put beams down if you want, touching the outside. Not too sure if it's going to snap too well though. If we look at that like that, so we might just leave it without, and then we can starting at this point. Let's go across.
That'll be useful.
And then let's put in our windows. So we'll go
Now this should make things easier.
one layer. Go into your windows,
We
and
can
go
make
one in the
good
middle
use of this.
and one on either side. Your choice of doors, we'll go for the door with the double door leading outside like that, and go to your rails.
We can make good use of this.
Alright, from here we're going to sort of finish off the roof and the side of the house, so we want to get 2 walls, that,
That'll be useful.
and then 26 triangle, and then 2 beams, 26 beam. Like
Now
that.
this should make things easier.
And then let's finish off our wall here. We should have done that first, I suppose, but we'll just go 1, 2. There. Door frame here. Door. Must have accidentally deleted this, and just some railing.
We can make good use of this.
Looking pretty good. You can put a, I think it's over here somewhere. Put a security camera in if you wanted to. Make sure no one's trying to sneak into your house. But once we're here, let's go inside, finish the roof. So we want to get beams from here touching there. Come out 1, rotate it.
That'll be useful.
This is going to give us a nice, good, well, it's going to give us good snapping points for our roof segments. So once you've done that, let's go out onto the roof. Alright, let's come around the front of the house. I forgot to put the windows in, so I've just put those in, and I slapped on a satellite on the side because I can. Right, hop onto the roof here, guys, and we'll see if we can get a nice clean build on the roof without any awkward snapping. So we're going for the 26 inners and the 26s. Now we need to put them, 26 is on first, here,
Now this should make things
and
easier.
here, and then stick that as over top. So we just want to rotate them so that looks like that. And once you have that, then it's just a case of going along and
We can make good
finishing
use
off
of this.
the roof.
We can make good use of this.
And there we have it, guys. That's our house. Whew. Looking pretty flash. Now, as for interior, you can pretty much come up with your own designs. If you want to come over here and put your fireplace in, it is a lighting option, so it is here. Just go to free mode and then snuggle it in there. Looking great. Alright guys, we're getting very close to the end of the video. I've set up the fireplace here. We've got a couple of lounges and coffees, looking really nice. The decorating, I'm going to leave it up to you and your imagination, but you've got this whole house here to fill in, and you don't belong there. Bit random. But the last thing I want to show you guys is how to make a little theatre room if you've unlocked the projector and stuff. So what you want to do is, my house is flush here, so depending on the height of the foundation here, you might do steps down into, but mine is nice and flush, so we are just using 4 concrete foundations, and then beside the 4 we are doing a low row of 2, and that's going to be where our projector is sitting on. So we're just gonna, we'll go the opposite direction.
Now this should make
There,
things easier.
your beams in the corner, 1, 2, and then walls. So the projector sits at slightly higher than a wall. So we just gonna do this.
We can make
Then
good use
one
of
our
this.
half walls. Stick our roof on top. Now you'll notice that it is almost level with the second floor, so if you want to make a balcony, you can make a balcony, or just depending on your steps to leading outside where your door is. So just stick on the roof here, and then let's stick in our projector. Sit it in here and then click it in like that, and then you just use your small walls on the side here, fill it in.
That'll be useful.
I think it should fit here.
Now this should make things easier.
Close off the roof like that. Got a wee knobbly on top. Alright guys, so to put the projector in, I recommend removing these two walls here. Then when we go to our projector, we can line it up pretty good. Now to get the projector to work, well, if your alignment is correct, it will automatically start playing the film on the projector screen. So the back legs, if you get them as far back as possible so that they're almost against the wall, and then lay it down, and as we can see, the movie is playing fantastic. So from there you can put whatever you wish into the movie theater. Some seating. Little table in the middle. Couple of coffees.
Oh, that looks
And you're
great.
in for a good time. You want to close off the walls. You can probably put a wall here and then put a doorway. Like that. It's a little bit snug, but that's it. So that is our video, guys. That is this house. It's taken me a while to perfect it and get it right for you, but if you like it, build it, modify it as any way you please. A big thanks to everyone that's watching, and if you want to help the channel out, give us a like and subscribe to the channel. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy this build. Thank you, and goodbye.